Hello and welcome to Box Office Receipts for the weekend of September 13th, 2019. I'm your host, Tyler Callahan, and we got our usual weekend top 5, international updates, what is coming out this week, and a movie that bombed so hard this weekend. God, I want to talk about that movie, but first let's get through the weekend top 5. In first place for the second weekend in a row is It Chapter 2 with 39.6 million for a total of 152.6 million. In second place is newcomer Hustlers with 33.1 million. Third place is Angels Fallen with 4.4 million for a total of 60.4 million. Fourth place is Good Boys with 4.2 million for a total of 73.3 million. Lastly, in fifth place is The Lion King with 3.6 million for a total of $534 million. So let's go over the good news here. Hustlers opened to 33 million, which is a weekend opening best for STX Studios, which they really needed this year after the fantastic bomb of Ugly Dolls. I was right on that. Hustlers did really well. It was not enough to beat out It, which just made under 40 million. But the movie we really want to talk about here is The Goldfinch. The Goldfinch is a 2.5-hour drama from Warner Brothers, and it cost $45 million to make. The expectations were already poor with a $7 to $10 million range, and I expected it to make between $5 to $10 million, and it did even worse than that. The Goldfinch came in at 2.6 million, and it opened in 8th place. I thought Warner Brothers could not top themselves with a bomb like The Kitchen last month, but here we are with one that is even worse. So what happened to this movie? I think it's the marketing that killed it. On paper, you got a decent director and a solid cast. However, the marketing was very confusing, and by just watching the trailer and seeing some ads on Twitter and Instagram, I wasn't sure what the movie was about. Like, there's an explosion at an art museum, the kid loses his mother, and he grows up, he wants to get a painting that was there at the time because it means a lot to him. Also, from what I've heard, that the movie is not that great and is also really boring. If there's one thing a 2.5-hour movie can't be, it's boring. It can be good, and it can even be bad in a funny way, but not boring. So for Warner Brothers, this is a year that they want to move away from as fast as possible. Release Joker and then book it to 2020, and I don't blame them. Now that we are done talking about that disaster, let's talk about some international updates. It Chapter 2 has no problem scaring people, with it now at 169.4 million internationally, for a worldwide total of 322 million. Good Boys is getting close to hitting 100 million worldwide, with it now at $91 million. Hobbs & Shaw is now at 741 million worldwide. For the franchise overall, this puts it at 4th place worldwide. It will need to pass 788 million to take 3rd place from Fast and Furious 6. This seems to be the last achievement the movie can reasonably get, as it is slowing down fast. So for this weekend, we actually have multiple wide releases coming out. First up, we got apparently the last Rambo movie called Rambo Last Blood. We have a sci-fi movie starring Brad Pitt with Ad Astra. Finally, we got the Downton Abbey movie. So which one of these will take first? I think Rambo will take it, as it has the biggest wide appeal and is supposed to be closing what is a classic franchise. After that, it breaks down the Brad Pitt star power versus how many people still care about Downton Abbey. I think it'll be close, but I'll go with Ad Astra as the 2nd place winner. Personally, I hope it takes first, but I know that ain't happening. So my predictions for the weekend top 5 are: in first place, Rambo Last Blood. 2nd place, Ad Astra. 3rd place, Downton Abbey. 4th place, It Chapter 2. And 5th place, Hustlers. Right now, estimates are between 20 to 25 million for Rambo, so this top 5 will be real close. For example, if Hustlers holds better than expected, it could possibly steal 3rd place, but I do think that is unlikely. And that's it for this week's episode of Box Office Receipts. I want to know, what are your top 5 predictions going to be this weekend? Let me know on Instagram at Tyler Callahan Media or on my Facebook page. Link to that will be in the description. Thanks for listening, and see you next week.